Hello and welcome back to serde-yaml. It's Byron speaking, and in the previous session we have finished our test setup so far so that we are able to properly verify our serialization works compared to as an existing implementation, namely the one that Python uses, the pure Python one, which I think is a good starting point. Serialization is the theoretically simple part, so I guess I should be at some working state soonish. Even though serialization is also the boring part that personally I don't even need, but hey, it's good to get into the serde code base, I think. So we definitely have to do it. Otherwise, we can't have a partial implementation here. It's just that. So before I call this PR ready though, I realized that I would like to add some more documentation on the Makefile system that we have, which is simple enough, but I really want to have it. I will put it into the README file for now and just say how it's supposed to be used and what's the idea is behind that. So I guess we also want to add the badge here that will nicely show how we are failing, which is okay. It's expected at this point. So just drop it here. How does it look like? Preview. Yeah, looks good. Current state build is failing. Is there anything else? Let's look at the XML guys. Okay, there's no overkill of badges here right now. serde-rs. Let's have a look at serde just to see what kind of badges are common. Oh, that's my one. Common for these projects, and creates IO. Yeah, show me how is that link working. Do I have to do anything to get it? Show me the raw version, please. Okay. Oh, that's shields IO. I see. Oh, yeah. Don't need that. Serde. Oh yeah, so serde-yaml is the crate. So I think that's really all I want to look up. Served via HTTPS. Interesting. Why would that be necessary? Good. So it it hasn't been done yet. Latest version. So it's not on crates, but I will just add this now that we are at it. Serde-yaml. Like this, serde-yaml. There's no release yet, so we get an invalid badge, but it's something. So now we are at least conforming to what we have here in serde. Yeah. Looks good. Oh, look, he even describes I never read this. Deserialization without macros. I should probably read this at some point because it kind of gives you a good introduction with code that is more readable to the one we see when it's coming out of the generator or after it came out of the generator. Yeah, definitely want to read this. I might do this off camera though. I don't like reading on camera for some reason. Maybe I should get used to it though, I don't know. But for now, I'll probably do it off camera. Good, so that is that. Let's preview this one more time. Good. And now the documentation about make and how to do that. Current state. Yeah, I think test-driven development. All development is backed by at least one unit or integration test. To keep the source files as light and small as possible, unit tests are put in place where integration tests would usually be? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we don't actually differentiate between them too much. Taking that into consideration, we might end up not differentiating. Damn it, differentiating between these types too much, after all. Yeah, what about the data structures? For serialization testing, when testing serialization, we will use syntax to generate the serialization code. Needed for our test data structures. And the desired output is generated by a Python program which uses an existing pure Python implementation of, I think the sidebar I don't need anymore. An existing pure Python implementation of YAML. For reference. Yeah. All dependencies between generated files are held within our top level Makefile. On our top level Makefile, it is made so that the default target will print a help text with all available targets. Oh, speaking of which, I think I added a new target and didn't document it. So we have test now, which is also a top level one, kind of. So where is help? Help. Here it is. Blind test. We can save some screen space here. Run cargo test. And should be assure that all the fixtures are up to date. Yeah. Assuring fixtures are up to date. I think that's part of the thing here. So let's make it dependent on fixtures. Let's try it. Make test. So it will make fixtures and do what it has to do. Nice. So that is that. Should I provide examples? Prerequisites for this to work? Yeah. Make. The make program deals with interfile dependencies and runs the correct processes. wget is used to install the Python virtual environment. Speaking of which, I just forgot the target clean as well. It's kind of a standard target, but it should still be documented. Remove all intermediate and generated files to trigger regeneration. Yeah, well. And also this is not true, because right now we don't remove any file that is checked in, which are not checked in to Git, which excludes the virtualenv subdirectory. So we keep that. And I kind of like the idea to keep it. Yeah. Right now. So let's just do this. Do it like that. Make. Looks good. Maybe I want to have an empty info line here. Just so that, maybe even here. So that it's more readable. Targets. How does that look like? Looks a bit better, I think. Fixtures, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that looks good. Awesome. wget is used to install the Python virtual environment. Yeah, this kind of implies that you do not need Windows here. But that's okay. Please note that the build system is not expected to work on Windows. That is that. Test-driven development. Yeah. Okay, I think that's the kind of information I want to provide here. All dependencies, Makefile makes the default target will print the help text here to run tests and assure all generated files are up to date. Please run make test. And yeah, maybe I think I don't have to state the obvious. I could now write how this kind of interconnects, but that's part of the Makefile. The Makefile contains this information in kind of encoded form. But I think that is it. Maybe I write some general stuff about it. Even though, yeah, when testing serialization, we will use syntax to generate the serialization. Yeah, that's the high-level information is provided here. And the details are provided by the Makefile itself. So that's how I would go about it. Let's see how that looks like. Current state, test-driven development. Yeah. Prerequisites. Yeah, maybe the prerequisites should be to run tests using the provided infrastructure. You will need the following. Yeah, but out of the box, the test should work anyway. Testing. As the repository contains all required files, even the generated ones, you are able to run tests without any prerequisites and on Windows using cargo test. Yeah, I think that's something I should also note. running tests. As a repository contains all required files. Yeah. So I think that is that. Looks good. Yeah. That's better. Cool. Let's commit this. Good first version. We fixed the Makefile, which was kind of out of date already. Happens quickly. Oh. So that is doc. Is it doc or docs? I don't know. Doc readme. Update with add TDD section, including information about the usage of make in this project, what it implies, and how to run tests accordingly. That is that. Good. So yeah, I think as we are just 15 minutes in, I can as well push this here. And then do the merge. So that fails, that's okay. So here we have some new commits coming in. I think I should have skipped CI here because that's just not necessary to bother Travis with that. It's not going to work after all. Here we have been looking at XML just for reference in case that's required. And yeah, that is that. So I guess I can just merge this pull request. Like this. I don't know if I have to set closes 1 here or if this comes in automatically. I will just try. Because I have added this information in a commit and see now that this is merged, this actually happens. Cool. That's good. So that's merged. Git fetch origin. Git merge ff only origin master. Fast forward, of course. And this should just give me a nice branching behavior here. So the cool thing is, thanks to, as I'm only working on one PR, I don't necessarily have to use named feature branches here because it doesn't really matter. I could do it, but I can also just leave it. I could, I just leave it because I don't really care. That's not really necessary for me. It ends up being the same structure anyway. Cool, and I think that's how the workflow will work. That was a good first test. So I will add the remaining videos to that particular now closed pull request. And then I will create new issues as they arise. And make a PR that attempts to fix that issue. I think that's how it's gonna be. I might want to edit this so that it's not work in progress anymore. But yeah, I will figure out a good workflow as I get along. But this already kind of works for me. Also with posting the videos here, seems quite alright. Yeah, alright enough. So that is it for this one. Thanks for watching and have a great day.